Hey YouTube, this is Rob1 here, and I'm here to review Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 3. So, in this episode, the Doctor and the two other people from the from the underwater facility, travel to before the flood, and they have to basically try and work out what orchestrated the flood to begin with, and also try to figure out how to stop these ghosts from appearing. We also have Clara, meanwhile, trying to hold down the decks and basically try and keep everyone together. Impressions of the episode were mixed. I found some of the bits really, really interesting about the episode, and then I found other bits not as interesting. Honestly, this whole story bit wasn't... This whole overall story arc wasn't really very interesting. It had the potential to be interesting, and it's interesting to see the little references being made from these characters to the David Tennant era. Like, we got a mention of Harold Saxon in this episode, which was pretty cool. We also get a mention of someone called the Minister of War, who might potentially be a future villain. So the episode was... So that had aspects of intrigue. We also had the monster, who is called, like, I think the Midnight King or the something King, and he was a very, very cool alien, just without the bow tie. But he was a very, very cool alien. The problem is that I found with the story is that it didn't have very much, it didn't have that bit that propelled this from being just a good episode to being a really, really amazing episode. Like in episode 1 and 2, you had all of these different aspects to the relationship between Davros and the Doctor. You had a lot more story intrigue. This one didn't really have that. It tried to. It didn't fully live up to the potential of that. Of what the story could have been. There's a weird bit in the beginning that basically sets up that what would happen if someone went in time and met a famous person before he actually became a famous person, and someone brought the music for that person, and you basically gave them the music to sign, and then copied that, who then created the original music. or the original product. So let me just elaborate that more. Let's say with J.K. Rowling, if someone basically went back in time and brought the Harry Potter Philosopher's of Stone book for her to sign, and she basically then copied the book, who created the original book. And that's weirdly brought up in the first part of the episode, and I didn't really fully understand it until right at the very end. But it still was very, very. It was a very weird scene to begin with, very, very meta, and basically the whole entire concept basically is brought back later in the ending of the episode to explain how the Doctor's still alive. And I found that very, very weird, and I think already we're finding a solution, a problem where the Doctor keeps on, where deaths seem to be happening, but not happening. And I'm wondering if this is a consistent theme of the series, or whether these writers are just trying to be playing, whether they're trying to play smart writers, and ending up producing stories which are less interesting. So overall, this was a good episode, but it wasn't anywhere compared to what the beginning of the episode was. But I still really, really liked the story as a whole. So I'm Robinax1 here, and stay tuned for Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which will basically wrap up this week's TV reviews. Bye.